Hey, sports fans, we got another baseball pick for you. We got the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Chicago White Sox here. The Phillies are the far better team with a 60-47 record overall, but are only 500 on the road at 27-27. The White Sox are 39-68, but 23-31 at home. The Phillies are the favorite here at a minus 180, with a total set at 8.5. The run line is even money, with it being plus or minus 1.5 either way at a minus 110. The Phillies are putting Jesus Luzardo on the mound. He's 8-5 on the year with a 4.58 ERA and a whopping 114 innings with 136 strikeouts on the season. Jonathan Cannon is a pitcher going for the White Sox. He's 4-7 on the year with a 4.48 ERA, 1.40 WHIP, but only 88.1 innings thrown with 72 strikeouts. The hitting is decidedly in the favor of the Phillies with a 254 average and 495 runs scored versus the White Sox, who have a 227 average with 404 runs scored. The Phillies have also recorded just over 120 more hits than the White Sox with 918 hits versus 798, but the Phillies' power game has been impressive with 123 homers on the season, and the White Sox sitting at 94 homers on the season. Now, when it comes to the team pitching, the Phillies are better in that regard as well, with a 3.76 ERA compared to the White Sox 4.08. The WHIP is in favor of the Phillies with a 1.26 versus a 1.38. The strikeouts total is markedly in the Phillies' favor with 986 strikeouts versus 790 from the White Sox. The Phillies are also not allowing the opponents to hit as good, but just barely, with a 244 opponent batting average versus the White Sox 250 opponent batting average. Now, the Phillies are coming in 2-3 in their last 5 versus the White Sox, who are 3-2 in their last 5. Now, the shocker is the Phillies were upset by the White Sox on Monday evening by a score of 6-2. Now, will that bring over any extra incentive for the White Sox to continue to win? That's up in the air. However, it does give the Phillies more incentive to try to bounce back from that loss and try to gain ground in the NL East, where they're in second place. The White Sox pretty much are, I hate to say it, already out of contention for much of anything, as they're only 13 games from being under the 500 mark on the season and are sitting 5th in the AL Central. Now, when it comes to this game here, the total is 8.5. The last game was 6-2 score. We like the total to hit the under, and that just because it's a plus 135 or plus 115, is under 8.5. And we like the pitching matchups here to keep that total under that. That's our pick, under 8.5. Have a good day, sports fans.